We finally have the concept art for Rugops. We also have some information and development updates from Beipi and Troodon, which indicate they are very much underway in their testing phase. And we also have a clarification on a previous comment that caused a lot of confusion for everyone. So, this is the IO news, of course, for Evrima. Timestamps are on the screen now, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe. But other than that, let's get right into the video. Let's start with Troodon and beipiaosaurus because they've both had development updates on the Trello board. These seem to be falling under the fact that the Trello updates no longer get talked about because this was from the 6th and the 7th of December, so from last week, and we haven't really heard about them much yet. 4 tasks for the Beipi and 1 task for the Troodon have been completed. As Troodon has less completed, I'm going to talk about that one first, however, so let's just get right into it. So, on the 7th of December, Troodon got the completion of its functionality testing ticked off. This indicates that now it has 47 out of its 52 tasks completed, meaning there are 5 tasks left to be done for Troodon. And what's interesting about this is that 2 of them are actual development tasks that tend to be completed later, and that's the skin for the female. This is something that can take its time to be developed, and I'm not sure if there is technically a female skin anyways at the moment for most dinosaurs, so yeah, in that regard it's quite interesting to note. But I also do want to say that the other 3 tasks are all to do with testing. They are ad hoc testing, play testing, and balance testing. These are stuff that normally happen in the quality assurance section and when it goes into the limited stress testing with the stress testers. Now let's move on to Beipi because it's the same story. On the 6th of December, Beipi saw some other tasks get completed. These were its ragdoll, locomotion, and special ability animations completed on the 6th. And then on the 7th, it got its functionality testing completed the same day as Troodon. His functionality testing was completed as well. So it indicates that maybe there was a big testing session to test that for those 2 dinosaurs on that day. To me, this also further emphasizes that these 2 dinosaurs will release together after update 6. If you think about it, Beipi now has 47 out of the 52 tasks completed, and the 5 remaining tasks are the skin ones for the female skin, and the 3 other tests, ad hoc testing, play testing, and balance testing, left to complete. So do you guys think that Beipi will release alongside Troodon after update 6? Let me know your thoughts. So, we actually have some clarification on this dastardly comment that we were handed a couple weeks ago, and, well, it's been clarified by our Lord and Saviour Punch, who does a lot of clarifications for a lot of stuff, and it helps clear up a lot of things. So yeah, let's get into this. So if you want to remember what the comment that Felipe said, this is it on the screen now. I'm not going to read it out because my memory is still hazy of it. However, that is the main theme of it. That's on the screen. Punch was asked about this and he clarified this. Yeah, we have a bunch of different playables at various different stages of development. They're all built with gore in mind as part of their pipeline, so seeing any of them come before the gore update wouldn't make any sense. But you'll also be happy to know that due to the aforementioned existence of gore, building those creatures up has been far faster than before, because things are slotting into place as expected, aka building them knowing that we're not going to have to rework them to fit with upcoming features. So essentially, they're not ready as alluded to in the past comment, however they are in development and they're being built with the gore system in mind. But as said, because gore is the main priority, this means these creatures are on the hold at the moment, and it's maybe likely that technically the comment that Felipe made was saying that there are 7 new dinosaurs and not pre-existing dinosaurs that are planned for the game already that we already know about. So maybe it's an idea of that, or maybe it's just dinosaurs that we already know about that are in development, like Cerato, Herrera, Diablo, and all of them, you know, the main ones. However, it does go on from there, and Punch does talk a little bit further, as someone asked, so we'll get dinosaurs more frequently after update 6 is what you're saying, and Punch replied with this. After our main mechanics are complete, because one of the biggest issues we always ran into in the past was having to rework something to work with some new system. So let's say we had 20 animals in the game right now, we would have to spend more time reworking those animals to be compatible with whatever core mechanic we're building, like gore as an example. But if we do it after or during the feature's implementation, it's simply part of the creature's initial development cycle. No having to troubleshoot problems or updating systems to make it work and designing it accordingly. This explains why a lot of creatures are being held back. It's very easy for them to bring new creatures in before the mechanics are added, and then of course it then delays those mechanics being added because then all of the creatures have to be fleshed out for that. And that's the same issue that ran into the legacy version of the Isle, where you had a lot of creatures come in and then the mechanics just didn't come in because it took so long. But I want to know what's your opinion on this. I'd love to know what you think about these comments, these clarifications. I want to know what is your thoughts. Because now we're going to go into the Rugops concept art for the first time on this channel. So, here we have the Rugops concept art. It's actually quite interesting to showcase and talk about. And yeah, Rugops was something that was alluded to in the previous concept art for Monolophosaurus. And it's nice to see this one now having its own concept art. And it looks like it's going to be a smaller mid-tier hunter. It's definitely smaller than Carnotaurus. And it's more mainly going to be a scavenger, so to say. It's mainly going to be on the side of other smaller carnivores. So, let's just get right into it. Firstly, we have it chasing what I believe is it Micropachycephalosaurus or something like that? A small little dinosaur being chased down by the Rugops. You can see that it's probably going to be quite an agile creature, the way it's able to jump and stuff like that, able to hunt down a smaller dinosaur that should be able to outrun the bigger, creatures. So it's a good indication that this dinosaur will be able to take on smaller creatures, whether that's AI or stuff like Brachiosaurus and stuff like that, which means that maybe this dinosaur will be more promising in terms of stamina. Let's move on from that. We can showcase what looks like, I'm trying to figure out what that is. That is another Rugops right there. But you can get a nice closer look of the head of the dinosaur and the fact that it'll have maybe a dewlap as well, which is quite interesting, and a little crest there. Now, maybe this dinosaur will be good at camouflage. It does look like maybe, this one's looking for this one, but it can't find it. So maybe it will have a camouflage ability. We're not too sure there. However, maybe it's just a standard piece of concept art. Once again, hunting down two Dryasauruses right there, able to get through fallen trees and stuff like that, small nooks and crannies to get to these smaller dinosaurs. So this will be a creature that will hunt down smaller dinosaurs. That definitely seems like where it's going to be more important and more likely to be better played. It looks like it's just a smaller low tier carnivore as well in terms of the ecosystem. Moving on from here, Carnotaurus versus Rugops. I don't know what to grab from this one. Maybe the agility here, maybe it's more agile than Carnotaurus, able to run rings around it, or maybe it's just going to be an absolute doomed when it's against a Carnotaurus. But it does show a size difference. Of course, these are both Albellisaurids, and Carnotaurus is the bigger out of the two, but you can see how much bigger this is. Definitely two Rugopses taller at the very least, and we can see another pterosaur up there, looks like a Pteranodon as well. But yeah, that's all you can really see from that, some pterosaurs and stuff like that in the screen, and yeah, it's quite nice. This one is interesting. Rugops could have a nice swimming ability, which is interesting because it's got little tiny arms, so it'll be kicking the water around. It looks like there's going to be a sewer in the map as well. This could be an indication to a future area of the map, a sewer that you can go into that could link up to human bases. But other than that, there isn't much really to tell. This could be a hint at the gateway because we haven't really seen any sewers like this on the map, or it could be related to the dam as well. It could also just be a sketch. Moving on from this, Rugops' his height shown off once again. The fact that I can just easily get through human areas. It's smaller than a door, so it's definitely smaller than 2 meters tall in that sense. When fully grown, it's decently sized compared to a human, about similar size, but looks like that human is definitely screwed. However, that is that with Rugops' concept art. It's not the biggest in the world, but it's very okay. It doesn't really show much about this that you can really properly decipher unless you look at it for a long time and just go, camouflage ability, swimming maybe, good agility, and a small height as well, making it a low tier in the environment, but able to stand its own. It doesn't show whether this dinosaur will be a pack hunter or do better in a pack, no pack-based abilities, so it looks like it might be more of a solo creature, so to say there. But that is the Rugops concept art. Let me know what you think about it. Have you been able to decipher anything from it? Let me know your thoughts. And there we have it. That is the now bi-weekly The Isle news for this channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. We might not even get another The Isle news video until, you know, the update 6 is released or the next dev blog is released. But let me know what you think about the dinosaur news, the Rugops concept art, and the comments and clarifications that Punch Packet made. Let me know your thoughts. A lot of interesting information here. I definitely think Beipi and Troodon will be released alongside each other. It's unless they're going to be released a month apart, because they're basically both in the same boat at the moment. But let me know your thoughts. And finally, let's end on this question. When do you think Update 6 will release? Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Peace.